So we can decide we want to achieve something, but very often it's the system we put in place. So we do achieve, that is where we fall down. And we don't carry on with the same level of momentum and excitement that we started with. So we might think, okay, I'm going to get into property development, and what is it I'm going to do? And often people start with renovating, or they might start with a splitter, or, just something smaller. And they have the best of intentions and never do anything. Or like I allude to in previous podcasts, they might get started and they might do one project or maybe two, and they're too scared to step it up, but they want to, or they just don't do any more, and they do want to. So what stops us? And generally it is just old habits. So if you look at where you are right now in your life, have a look at, today, whether you're listening to this, driving the car, dropping the kids at school, heading to the office, at the gym, whatever, wherever you are right now, the shape of your body, your current financial situation, where you are in your career, where you are on your property journey, whatever you're doing is because of all of the actions that you have repetitively done that have got you here. And if you think about it, those actions are repetitive. You wake up pretty much every day and do the same thing over and over. Sounds crazy, but it happens. And that you pretty much eat the same food over and over. Like you might roll between sort of, up to potentially 10 different menus if you're lucky, but most of us don't. We do things over and over. But when we set a goal, we're setting a goal which means we're going to have to do something different. But we start with the best of intentions and make a few changes, and then we go back to doing the things we used to do because it's comfy there. I do coaching tips a couple of times a month inside our Property Accelerator membership. And this was the topic for this month. It was like, we can't live our life by looking in the rearview mirror. If you think of it like a car, the windscreen is wide for a reason. That is where we're going. We get there by being present, by doing the actions right now, by steering the car, by changing the gears. That is the now actions. And that takes us forward. If we keep looking in the rearview mirror, we'll end up going backwards. We'll probably veer off the road. We'll crash. We'll end up going nowhere. And that's like life. It's about being present and being aware and taking notice of the actions that you are taking and doing right now, because they are the things that are going to propel you forward. So when it comes to property development, you've done a course or you're not progressing how you'd want to. What are the actions that you're not taking? What are the things that you're not doing that will take you forward? And if you're giving them excuses, and nobody likes the word excuses, but if you are using excuses like too busy, or you've got no support, or whatever the things are that slow you up, you have to take a look and think, you know what? I can do this, because obstacles need to be seen as on the way and not in the way. If you really want something, you will go and do it. The problem will be that your old behaviors, your old habits, the things that you've done over and over and over, you want to go back to doing those because it's easier. Our brain loves doing the same thing over and over every time. We just love repetition it's cognitive miser theory. We like doing the same thing over and over. It saves thinking, and the brain likes that, and we like it. I equate it to a pair of old slippers. You just want to slip on those old slippers and do same old, but you can't. You really need to take a look at what habits you need to change, at what actions you need to change, be aware of them, and take action to change them. And it's only small things every day. For me, I break goals down. I teach goals, break them down into milestones, break them down into tasks, as many as you can, a massive list. And lastly, take 3 actions a day. Because 3 actions a day, and if you are super busy and can't, well, then go to 1. But it will take you forward. You will progress with that. So it's about progressing and moving forward continuously, no matter where you are on your journey. So that was my wee coaching tip for today around how to get from where you are to where you're going. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Stop using yesterday's habits, actions, thoughts, and everything that you've been doing about your past. Start living in the present. If you want to change your future and take it in a different direction, your present needs to change. And just another tip there. What will happen when you start changing the present, the now, the behaviors of now, and the old habits want to come back, and they'll start sort of trying to sneak in. That all happens in here. That all happens in the 6 inches of real estate between your ears. So that's the stuff, the fear, the uncertainty. I don't know if I can, and everything else, it becomes overwhelming almost. And that's because your brain is like, no, go back to Slipperland. Put those slippers. Let's do the comfy stuff that I always do. So it's being aware of how your mind will want to go back there, and it wants you to look in the rear vision mirror. It wants you to drive backwards. It wants you to be comfy, and you don't want to go there.